starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second down, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2nd down following the run. Roethlisberger will throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure.
And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Anderson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
Draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. Shreds him with it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Nice footwork at the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a give running left with Anderson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Anderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now Kelly off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Sanders now to throw on second down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Steelers set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
No, check, Patriot. Philly, here we go.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And some room to maneuver. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Denver right after this. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Hurry up, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They start the drive with Anderson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Kelly to throw. He'll run. He's got him in. Complete. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 85 yards. And the Broncos add on. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right near the 27. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Toss play. This is Anderson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Second down following the run. In motion, James, the tight end. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Let's go. 1, 9.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And he gets it down to the 32. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Tuck it and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Come on, let's go. 138.
Dobbs is throwing. That will be caught by James, the big tight end, as a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carry, it's Davis. Sheds off the tackle, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Able to spin free. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Pushing and finding his way in for a Steeler touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
They run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The play clock's running down. Kelly now to throw on third down. Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, Dobbs going deep here for Bryant. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
To throw is Dobbs. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the Steelers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Connor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Denver getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Getting the call is Anderson running left. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bud Dupree. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run with Davis. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Niall Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is back to a 5-point game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They give it to Anderson, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Time running out here on the play clock. They run. Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now a run with Anderson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Broncos on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds. So it'll be a loss on the play. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Riley Dixon now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. Fancy footwork at the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Flexing his muscle at the 30. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw. I tell you, it has not. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Oh, no, he lost the football. He got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Well, no doubt an 11 to 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3.